Hey guys, in this video I'm going to do a long-term review of the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. I will tell you whether the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE is still worth buying in 2026 or not. I'll talk about the performance, battery life, camera and network connectivity, and also compare it with other phones available in the same price range in 2026. This is based completely on my real life usage experience, not just specs. So, if you are planning to buy the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE in 2026, make sure you watch this video till the end. And before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. So, let's start. Not many creators talk about how a phone actually feels in hand, so let me share my experience. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE is a big phone. It has a 6.7-inch display and it feels bit heavy. It's also slightly wider and thicker, so for me personally, it's not very comfortable to use with one hand. That's just my personal preference because I like compact phones more. But if you're comfortable using bigger phones, then this won't be a problem for you at all. Now let's talk about the display quality. Overall the display is really good, but I do have one issue, and that is the bezels. The bezels are a bit thicker for the price we are paying. Because of this, from the front it doesn't completely feel like a flagship phone. I feel Samsung could have given a thinner bezels in this price range. Apart from that, the actual display quality is excellent. It has a full HD Super AMOLED display, so watching videos, movies, and other multimedia content is really enjoyable on this phone. I have no complaints about the display quality itself. The outdoor brightness is also decent for the price. So yes, the only issue I have with the Galaxy S24 FE display is the bezels. Otherwise, it's a really good display. Now let's talk about the sound quality. The sound quality is good and the phone comes with a dual stereo speakers. The audio is clear and well balanced, but I feel the speaker could have been a little bit louder. The only time you really notice this is when you are watching movies or web series. In some scenes, you may feel that the maximum volume is not loud enough, especially in noisy surroundings. Apart from that, the speakers are good, and for regular use, there are no major issues. Now let's talk about the flagship features. Honestly, I'm really impressed with the flagship features this phone offers. First, it comes with IP68 water and dust resistant. In my personal experience, my phone was accidentally dropped in water around 6 to 7 times and it's still working perfectly fine. But I'm not suggesting you to do the same. If your phone gets water damage, the service center may not repair it for free, so keep that in mind. Apart from that, the phone supports wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, which is very useful for charging accessories like earbuds. And it has also USB 3.0 support. So if you are planning to transfer photos, videos, or any other files to an SSD or your laptop, the data transferring speed is quite fast. Overall, in terms of flagship features, the Galaxy S24 FE does a really good job. Now let's talk about the AI features. I have used many phones, and even though the Galaxy S24 FE is not a complete flagship, it's still a part of the S series, so it gets almost all the Samsung flagship AI features. I personally use Samsung AI features every day, for example correcting sentences or changing the tone to professional or casual mode using the Samsung keyboard. Honestly, this is the feature I use the most. You also get AI features like adding objects or animals like cat into photos, which works quite well. Another very useful feature is removing background noise from the video or voice recordings, and it actually does a pretty good job. Overall, I think Samsung has done a really good job with the AI features on the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. Let's talk about performance. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE comes with the Exynos 2400E processor. I know what you might be thinking. It's an old Exynos chip, so it might be slow or drain a lot of battery. Even I thought the same because I have had bad experience with the Exynos processor in the past. But honestly, the Exynos 2400E surprised me. The performance feels very close to a flagship level phone. I haven't faced any lags or slowdowns, and the battery drain is much better compared to older Exynos processor. Samsung has clearly worked hard on this chip. In day-to-day usage, the phone feels very fast, app opening times are quick, and everything feels smooth, and I haven't faced any performance issues so far. Now coming to gaming, as I have already mentioned in my previous video, Samsung phones are not made mainly for gaming. You can still play games on this device, but if you play games for more than 30 minutes on 5G, the phone does get a bit hot. Overall, when it comes to performance, the Galaxy S24 FE is a beast. Now let's talk about network quality. To be honest, Samsung has really improved the performance of the Exynos 2400E, but they still need to work a bit more on the network side. I do face network issues sometimes, like occasional call drops. Even while using 5G, the internet speeds feel a bit slow at times. You might be thinking this could be a network problem, but when I'm using the same SIM and same network on my Motorola 860 Pro, I don't face any call drops or slow 5G speeds. So my conclusion is, if you live in an area with good network coverage, this phone will work fine and you won't face any major issues. But if you are in an area with weak or unstable network, you might experience some network related problems on the Galaxy S24 FE. Now let's talk about battery life. I will share the screen on time I get in my usage, but please don't expect the same results because battery life always depends on usage. With mixed usage 5G and Wi-Fi together, I get around 5.5 to 6 hours of screen on time, and when I use only 5G, I get around 7 hours of screen on time. And when I'm using only 5G, I get around 4 to 4.5 hours of screen on time, and I'm just a casual user. I don't play games. I mostly use social media, make calls, use the camera, and do normal day-to-day tasks on my S24 FE. So if you're a casual user, you can expect around one full day of battery life. Now if we compare this phone with other phones in the same price range, many of them come with silicon carbon batteries with and larger capacities like 6500 mAh or even 7000 mAh, which can easily give you 2 days of battery life even for a heavy users. So in terms of battery life, the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE is average for the price, not bad but not the best either. Now coming to the camera quality, I actually have a lot to talk about here. Overall, the camera quality is really good, and in many situations it feels close to a flagship level. The 3x portrait photos come out really well in daylight with Samsung image processing. The photos look sharp and well balanced. And the wide angle camera, ultra wide, and even the front camera also takes impressive photos in daylight conditions. However, the camera does struggle in low light conditions. This is mainly because Samsung has used smaller camera sensors. Smaller sensors capture less light, so low light performance takes a hit. Samsung clearly depends on lot on software processing, and while the processing is good, software also has its limitations. If Samsung has used slightly better sensors along with the processing, this could have been one of the best camera phones. I honestly don't know why Samsung still avoids using bigger sensors in their phones. So yes, photo quality is excellent in daylight, but low light performance is average. Now talking about video quality, here I have to appreciate Samsung. The video quality on the S24 FE is really good, and it's actually comparable to my iPhone 16. But portrait videos does have some edge detection issues, but apart from that, the overall video quality is very impressive. So in the camera department, if you mostly use your camera in daylight conditions, the Galaxy S24 FE will definitely impress you. So this was my real life experience with the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. I have shared everything honestly based on my usage. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.